All right, so it's now time for Which is Which. Let's bring in, of course, Willice, the word master, is joining us from Kisii County. Willice, it's good to have you on the show. I hope you've enjoyed the show, Willice. I don't know what you thought about Michelle's story.
Important in our society. Just listen to what Lemayan has just said.
Yes.
He's a young man with some hope about achieving much in life.
Yes.
Then we had the lady whom you interviewed.
Yes.
Very articulate and trying to bring in issues which can really be very provocative to so many people in the society. And that is why I always say, people who are in the media,
yes,
you deserve a special salute. You
wow,
do a lot for the society.
Wow, man. Thank you so much, Willice. I felt that one has come from the heart. Thank you very much. So let's get straight to our words today. I'll start with the ones that I have. And the first one, of course, is, I'll spell it out, STATURE. How do we go about that?
Betty, many people find themselves saying stature. Stature, no. Okay. You don't say stature, you say stature.
Oh.
Stature, we have the word status. But that one or this one we say stature. That A takes the low front sound A,
okay,
not sound A.
Okay.
Stature.
Stature. There we go. Actually, I would have gotten it completely wrong because I thought it's actually stature, but it is stature. All right. Looking at another one here. Willis, do we say miscellaneous, miscellaneous, miscellaneous? How do we go about that one? It's a bit complicated.
True. In the first place, Betty, that word is long and many people struggle to pronounce it correctly, even when it comes to spelling.
Yes.
But what you say is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous.
Okay.
So you can talk of miscellaneous application,
right,
like in courts of law, but you don't say miscellaneous, you don't say miscellaneous, it's miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. I love how it just rolls out of your mouth, yes, Willis. Miscellaneous. Okay. Moving on to this other one. So do we say cemetery, cemetery, cemetery? Which is which, Willis?
Now, another tricky one, Betty.
Yes.
We don't say cemetery.
Okay.
You don't say cemetery. You say cemetery. Okay. Cemetery. The E, which is the last one, is not pronounced. You say cemetery. Just like Betty, you realize that we don't say temperature. You say temperature. Okay. Temperature, not temperature. So you also don't say cemetery. You say cemetery.
Okay. Got it, Willis. And what about secretary or secretary?
Secretary. Secretary.
What?
The secretary.
Okay. Cabinet secretary, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to this other one. Do we say antenatal or antenatal?
Now, I'll begin with what we commonly hear around us. Many people look at that word,
yes,
and from the spelling or from what the eyes see, they find themselves saying antenatal. Antenatal, no.
Okay.
You say antenatal.
Okay.
Antenatal.
Antenatal. Got it, Willis. All right. This other one also gives me problems. M-A-C-A-B-R-E. I don't want to even attempt. How do we go about that one, Willis?
I've already got that word in the mind, Betty. M-A-C-A-B-R-E.
Right, yes.
That is macabre. You say macabre.
Macabre.
Betty, you might have heard some people saying macabre. Innocently saying macabre because sometimes what we use as the pronunciation is what we commonly hear as we grow up.
Yes.
When we lack proper guidance, we find ourselves using what we commonly hear. But now, Betty, this word, you say macabre.
Okay.
Macabre, not macabre, not macabre. Macabre.
Okay, that one I completely did not know that on Willis. Thank you so much for that. All right, so now let's move on now to the first word we started with, the word of the day. We started the bulletin with this particular word. How do we go about that one, Willis? I think you had even written it down.
Which one?
The first word, test your tongue. There's a word that we started the show with, and want to hear how do we go about that.
Yes. The first word.
Yes.
Thank you, Betty. I'm having a small problem with communication, but don't worry.
Yes.
Because sometimes I can hear you, sometimes there are some kind of cut-offs and all that.
Apologies.
But I hope we'll run well. Now, we have this word. We have this word.
Yes.
That is the word for testing our tongues.
Right.
Now, viewers, let me ask Betty if we have some clips, we can listen to what you heard for it, because testing the tongues, Betty, is not about getting it right. It's a way of learning how to pronounce certain words.
Yes.
It's some kind of fun for learning, and that is only on this Friday with Betty, and the segment is Which is Which. So, Betty, can you guide us on that now?
Yes, sure, Willis. Let's play the clip and just see how Kenyans, were able to pronounce this word. Did they get it right? Let's hear this out.
Hii neno inasemwa hivi, seizures. Hii neno inasemwa hivi, seizures. Neno ni rahisi sana. Inaitwa seizures. Seizures.
The word pronounce is Seizures. Seizures ama Suarez.
Hii neno inasomwa hivi, si sure. Si sure.
I think this word is being pronounced Caesar. Caesar. Very correct. They have pronounced.
Willis, that last guy completely, confident about it. He's even said it's correct, yeah? How do we go about that one? Is it seizure?
He said Caesar, the other one seizure and all that, but Betty, Caesar. Especially when we talk of Caesars, we are talking about makasi. Makasi, that tool of cutting things. But this one is a bit tricky, though. Sometimes, of course, somebody can be confident, but he has really tried. Only that he missed it by a whisker or by an inch. You say seizure, seizure. Then the plural form, seizures. Seizures. Now we have the word seize, to seize, of grabbing something. Then now when we talk of this one, which is the noun form, you say seizure, seizure. Then you go to the plural form, seizures, seizures. But as I always say, nobody can be perfect. Some of these words are very tricky, so we are learning.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Willis, for that. I'm done with my side. Do you have any words that you want to take us through quickly tonight?
Okay, no, there is no problem. We have also to get what we can also help those who are keen on this program, and I'll try to be very fast. Zacchaeus Mwangi of Nairobi, you say zebra, but you can also say zebra. Mtizi, that is at G Machangu 27 of Tanzania, you say fierce, fierce. Joseph Onyango, you say souvenir. In English, you say souvenir, not souvenir or souvenira. Souvenir. We have Kenna Kiprop. You say pious for that name. Locally, we are used to saying pews. But in English, you say pious. Moses Gidinji, you say bridal from the word bride. Then we have Beatrice, Betty, Prince Braylon, and Sam Omwenga. The first word, you say support. The stress is on the second syllable. Support, whether it functions as a verb or a noun. That then, your second word, divisive, not divisive. Many people say divisive. That is inaccurate in English. You say divisive, like divisive politics. But then, your last word, you say, you have the stress right at the onset, the beginning of that word. You say register. Register, not register. Register. Wakili Jesse Kihoro of Juja Kiambu. Litotes. Litotes, a very tricky word, but lawyers understand that. Litotes. And I can also see that is Mwalimu Ben Kierebi Masharia of Mutunguru Secondary School in Kigumo, Kiambu. Keep it up. You're a teacher of English. Keep it up. Loving TV 47 that much is great. Lennox Obimbo of Busia. You say O, and you can also say ogre, ogre, not ogre. But the first word, A-W-E, O, in O. Awesome, not awesome. O, then ogre, not ogre. Hamis Mahmoud of Mombasa, you say abattoir. Abattoir. And then the second word, ma. Ma, not mir. Isaac Karaoke of Nakuru, you say leisure. Leisure, not leisure. Leisure. And measure. Measure. Just like pleasure, treasure. Margaret N. Kilonzo of Makueni, you say pharaoh. Pharaoh, not pharaoh. Pharaoh, that is Kiswahili. Pharaoh, Firauni. But in English, you say pharaoh. Bethel Mwaura, seize. Seize and seizure. Sami Mwada of Muranga Town, bouquet of flowers. Bouquet, not bouquet. Bouquet. Waweru Mwaura, continuum or continuum. Alphonse Oremo of Nairobi, you say chauvinist and chauffeur. Kipkoech Langat, hitherto. Engineer Kipkoech Langat, you say hitherto. Juan Evans, you say subtle, subtly, and subtlety. Professor Edward Sabas of Nairobi, thank you very much. Belinda Randa of Voi, thank you very much. Legend T, thank you. Brian Odeo, Kate Meli Chepko, Adrian, you say Adrian in English. Adrian Kingsley Moenga of Kisii, Dr. Saula W, CPA Rioba, Mwalimu Ben, already I have recognized you for loving TV47 and English that much. But now, Betty, I think we go straight to our surprise word for tonight. Okay. And here is the word. Now, viewers, can you try? Can you try again? I know many people have innocently underlined that word. Innocently said oven because of what our eyes see. Yes. That is the spelling. This word, why I have brought it as the surprise word for tonight is because it is a tricky one. You don't pronounce it the way it is spelled. You say oven. Oven. The O at the beginning takes the mid-central sound Oven. You can also say oven. Oven. So, if you have something that you want to share with us, you can always reach us using at Betty M. Kialo, at TV47 News, or you just contact me. Send it using my X handle, which is right here. That is at Willice Ochieng 1. Those who send in those words, I'll always collect them, put them together, and every Friday night, we try to give you the answers. But remember, nobody can be perfect. So if you don't know how to pronounce a word, never blame yourself. Just try to learn and find out, then things will be okay. Cool? Back to Betty in Nairobi.
Thank you so, so much, Willice, the word master there, just talking to us about the proper English pronunciation. I love that. I just love that. And thank you so much to all the people who are tweeting and, of course, sending us the messages with regard to, this lovely segment, which keep, your questions coming. We'll, of course, take a look at them next week. But for now, thank you so much, Willice. We'll see you next week, God willing.
I just love the way people feel things are running well, and that chemistry you talked about.
Yes.
It's a long journey, and it's still a long journey to cover.
Absolutely, right here on TV47. All right, thank you so much, Willice, the word master there, joining us from Kisii County. So for now, I just want us, before we close the show, it has been such a great show. Of course, so many comments over here. Somebody here by the name, let's see, Chichi, you're saying, hello, Betty, watching Michelle Ntalami, and wow, I love her. Our prophet had spoken about her. Oh, wow, lovely to hear that. Looking at this other one from Lee Green, you're saying, hey, hello, Betty, I love that woman's story. It's such an inspiration. I appreciate that. Also here, Elisha Otieno, you're watching from Homa Bay County. Thank you. There's so many messages. I really appreciate them. And of course, you know what? We can continue chatting online before next Friday. But for now, let me say good night. Thank you so much for watching this.